Hi friends, welcome to Start English. Thank you for supporting my videos. We already know that there is a big crackdown on H-1B. All these rules are part of this H-1B reforms bill introduced by Chuck Grassley. So I made a video on that. If any of you missed that particular video, I will add it in the description. Please go back and check that video. There are so many rules on H-1B. Really, getting a job on H-1B now is a very difficult because most of the companies are keeping them all these H-1B people out of the loop because they're so scared in case they get fined, or if they prove that these people are displaced American citizens, these companies will be under trouble. So now, other than that H-1B reforms bill, now they are planning to make some changes to these green card applications. Employment-based green card applications. There are so many abuses on these green card applications as well. In a recent crackdown, they found a lot of applications who already have the green cards went through a proxy route, which is publications. So some agency will print your publications. Based on that, they will apply your green card. That might cost you $30,000 or $40,000, depends. They found that route and they cancelled a lot of green cards. Now most of them are applying through the consultancies. So the government know that these people are utilizing this route to stay back in this country. So what are the changes are going to be impacted to these people who already applied the green card? All processed through the employment. The other routes are fine, no problem, but the main big problem is with the employment route. Because the H-1B, actually what is H-1B? The H-1B is given to 3 years, then another 3 years. Then after that, actually people have to leave the country. In case if they have to come back, they have to reapply the H-1B again. So that is the actual rule. But what is happening is, by the time of 6 years completed, these people are processing their I-140, which is permanent settlement to remain in the UK, that you have intention to stay back in this country. And the company is proving that this skilled person is very important for our company. Without him, we cannot survive. For that reason, they are approving that I-140 application and that the green card will be in a waiting period. Until you receive your green card, they are giving extensions based on this 2 years or 2.5 years or sometimes 1 year. So you just keep going your life and applying a job until your green card is processed and you will get your green card. So now they want to cut down this route, because if a company, for example a Google, a person is genuinely working in the company having a very highly skilled person which cannot be replaced with American worker, that company can sponsor his green card. But some desi consultancy somewhere sitting in the corner of a downtown, that's sponsoring your green card. So they want to track down all this. If you are applying for a green card for a particular person, you have to have employer and employee bond properly, and then you must prove to the government that this person cannot be replaced by American worker. So I will attach this, whatever the changes that they are planning to implement, and they wanted to bring these changes by January 2026. Let me just quickly read through this, whatever the changes and the name of that particular changes that they are mentioned. Petition for immigrant worker reforms. That is actually they are planning to bring the change. The Department of Homeland Security is proposing to amend its regulations governing employment-based immigrant petitions in the first, second, and third preference classifications. Petitions for this classification are filled by employees or in certain cases by aliens on their own behalf to bring talent and skills to the United States. So I will attach this in the description. You can open it and check, but mainly what they have mentioned in here is like, defining a bona fide job offer means that the company or a consultancy or a agency or whoever is applying your I-140, they have to prove that this particular person definitely need for that company and the United States. So this skill set cannot be replaced with an American worker. Most of the issues now is happening and they are complaining that these American workers are replaced with H-1B because H-1B is a cheap and they are a cheap labor. That's exactly what they are defining, that H-1B, who is working on H-1B, is a cheap labor. So that's the main thing that they are talking about. But now, if this happen, if they bring up any changes, that if your consultancy or agency or a company cannot prove that you are the right person and why you cannot be replaced for an American worker, then your H-1B is definitely in trouble because you cannot get an extension. At the moment, most of the H-1Bs are getting extension based on this particular rule, that you already applied I-140, your I-140 is processed, and then you are waiting for the permanent residency to stay back in United States. So if they cannot prove, obviously it's going to be a dead trouble for the H-1B visa holders. And moreover, on top of that, I've been hearing that a lot of companies are not hiring H-1B visa holders. They are trying to keep them away because they don't want to get into a trouble. And now there are bills in the parliament that H-1B reforms, some H-1B rules has to be amended, and then the companies have to be fined. And there are so many new rules are coming up. So definitely this particular move on EB1, EB2, EB3 is going to be a big problem for the people, especially sitting on a Desi consultancy and applied processed I-140. And if anybody applied through a big companies, then no problem. But we have to wait and see how this is going to affect to the people who are applied through agency. And these rules will be starting according to this document. What they mentioned, that this rule, and they might publish the rules maybe by early January in 2026. I am not sure whether that rules will be applicable from that day onwards, or that they are going to still put it as a federal register and request for 30 to 60 days commenting period. But however, that this is a big shocking news. If these rules are applicable, then getting a green card is very hard. Okay friends, this is what I just want to share in this video. If you like this video, kindly like, share, subscribe my channel. Thank you.